Here we go on the CW.
And Sanchez is going to have to be careful right here of how loose he gets on the inside of Parker Retzlaff. First time driving out of this corner.
And yesterday the top was better for the leader in the truck race usually, but Sanchez uses that bottom and the grip there is to take the lead.
Well, and he was committed.
Yeah.
Like he was committed to driving in there, hoping that Parker's going to give him plenty of room. You see Casey Kane right there, stuck on the top, and that can get treacherous right there. If you get above where it's dark on the racetrack, we saw yesterday in the truck race, you get above where the rubber is laid down, there's not a lot of grip there every race, and it's paid off for him.
And I think this is interesting. I thought these Xfinity cars could move.
Oh,
Casey gets really loose there. Justin reacted perfectly on the outside. It gives a big opportunity. Christian Eckes 3 wide down the front stretch.
You see what momentum means.
It is, and Vicente Salas making a start here. The NASCAR driver, top-level sim racing, just gets loose underneath another car there. The air is gone. We talked about dirty air, what you're dealing with when Casey got loose underneath Jesse Love.
He'll be at the rear for the restart as we're green once again.
Great restart by Nick. Retzlaff struggled there on the top side. He's got clean air right now.
Yeah, and I don't know that it was such a great restart by Sanchez as much as it just looked like Retzlaff either missed a gear or spun the tires. It's just so tight. We're going to talk about that all race long, about how tight it is on the exit of turn 2.
Old track, but the rookies are delivering. In fact, a lot of young drivers up front, 2 rookies running 1-2.
Here, Jesse Love flirting with getting up in the gray area of the track.
It worked out, but that's dangerous.
Retzlaff spotter did a great job, or Parker. Look at how loose who's on the inside.
Eckes,
I mean, that thing was dancing big time on him.
So he's going to have a lot of knowledge. You see Brandon Jones in the yellow 20 car get loose underneath Christian Eckes. Ooh, the 2 car.
There he is.
That's right there. Pack a little bit of air on the phone. He gets him loose right there.
Nick Sanchez hangs on, but he's not going to hang on to the lead. Jesse Love to the inside, drives around in the 2, new race leader at Rockingham.
That's the way to make a pass.
Such a tendency of this car, if you're the 2 car and you can get right on the left rear quarter panel of the 48, it gets them a little bit loose, and in a track like this, it's hard to hang on. I don't know, as we were riding on board with Williams Walsh, it just looked like the 53 overslowed that corner by a lot, and I mean, we were on board with William, and it just didn't, it seemed odd how much she slowed down.
Jesse Love, the race leader, said he was trending free. They'll do 4 tires, so a mixed bag of strategy here as we draw to the end of stage 1.
Annunziata coming into his pit stall. Love exiting, there is contact. Front row, Sieg and Sanchez.
Now Sanchez had a little experience, you know, on these restarts, which I think played a big role in that. That bottom row has been able to get a really good launch compared to what we saw yesterday. Oh, look at all that way high. Love on his inside gets him pushed up out of the groove.
Reset laps. Lost the lead, but gets it back through a cycle of stops, and he's out in front of Retzlaff. Here he is, 48, back to the green and white checkered flag. It's going to be the rookie, Nick Sanchez, who wins our opening stage.
He told his driver it's the right thing to do, just shake it off. You've seen them tightening up those lug nuts again on the left rear. Right now he's slotted currently in the 33rd position, Dylan.
Quapple coming off his best run of the year. Second at Bristol, gets the jump as we restart our second stage.
Inside every time has gotten a super good launch on the restart. We thought it would be better to be in the outside when they got to turns 1 and 2, but we just have seen that outside row really struggle to put the power down on the initial bite.
Purple stopwatch for our Xfinity fastest lap.
Yeah, and he's 2/10 quicker. Look at that mess right here with those guys. Connor getting himself in a really bad position, Parker.
Sam Mayer really squeezed him there, and he got up beside him, took the air off the right side until it slid up the racetrack, losing that air.
Just the worst position you can be in.
Watching the 5 of Chris Wright going wide and kissing the wall.
Once you get out of this rubber and in that dust, there is absolutely no grip whatsoever. You see him sliding all over the place.
to get by the one car, because right behind them is Taylor Gray, who's starting to catch. You see, he gets to the inside right here. He's going to be in the preferred lane when they get down to turns 1 and 2. Carson's probably not going to race him too hard down into 1 and 2.
Oh, he really drove it in deep, but it's going to work for him. He's going to clear it to get loose. Carson looks back to the inside.
Not so fast.
How many times have we seen a dance today? Several different drivers have got it sideways, had to hang on. Love had the lead, but gives it right back, and Quapple taking advantage of the issue that he had coming off the corner.
It wasn't like he was pinching him. Justin just got loose.
Yeah, and nothing malicious on the 19 of Justin Bonsignor either there. Just got loose getting into turn 3, and if Creed wasn't there, it would have been a big impact into the wall for the 19. Actually kind of used him as a buffer, but unfortunately it's most likely ended Creed's day. Now look at Jesse Love jump to the outside right there. Gets up in the gray. Can he make that stick? He's way high.
That is super aggressive. Look at sideways a little bit.
Oh, see, gave him room, Parker. Incredible.
He had to almost check up a little bit on the exit. Now he's going to be in a really tough spot down 3 and 4.
Stage 2. They're fighting for position.
Oh, he's on the inside now.
And here comes Jesse Love diving to the inside. Quapple, a little bit of a wiggle. Give Love the spot. That puts him second behind Brandon Jones when you talk about the cycle. Now the stage in, back to the green and white checkered flag. Dean Thompson in front of Jeb Burton for Dean Thompson. First career
Good for him.
Stage
That's
win.
huge.
Yep.
And the first for Sam Hunt. Jeb Burton second. Clements getting some points. Restart to begin the final stage. Brandon Jones gets the jump into 20.
Jesse's been one of the most aggressive on using that outside lane. He's getting side by side. Brandon Jones will have great momentum down the backstretch here.
Yeah, it looked like Jones almost got a little bit of a push from Carson Quapple, who gets to his outside again. These restarts are interesting because
Contact with Josh Williams.
You jinxed him, Adam.
I did it.
You jinxed him.
Every time.
Definitely the announcer jinx. Restart so aggressive here. Sawalich gets 3 wide. Yep.
Yeah, not his fault there.
No, that's tough.
If he's the control car, we'll see right here, it still looks like that inside row is able to launch a little bit better, but Jesse's been so aggressive on the restarts. You see getting down into turn 1. He gives the 20 car a little bit. Look at the speed he has middle and
Goodbye.
Yeah, that 2 car all day long through the middle of the corner has been the best.
I feel like most of the runs today, he started behind the 8 ball and had to drive it to the front. Now he's got control of the race. Talking about the 2 of Jesse Love.
Will was on the track. Like we saw 2 of the cars
I don't know if it was
really high and up out of the groove.
We've seen Chris Wright do that a couple times today, so he's found the outside wall there in turns 1 and 2 multiple times. Greg, I don't know if he was reacting to it or whatever.
Green one more time at the Rock.
Another great start by Jesse Love, and Carson Quapple right to his rear bumper. Maybe he can get to the outside of Brandon Jones here off of 2.
Yeah, Carson's been really good at being able to push whoever is in front of him, whatever line he's in. He's been able to really time those restarts out and help whatever row he is in. As you see, he's fighting for his life to get a little bit of momentum here down into turn 1. Can he clear the 20 car?
He's out in the outside group, but now he's going to be...
contact, though, I don't think.
Yeah, now he's going to be in the groove, and who is that behind him? That was Dean Thompson, maybe?
I think it was.
That's right, who's behind Patrick Lane, who just wasn't able to check up in time as they were coming off turn 2.
Love controlling from the outside lane.
Again, another great launch. Look at that by the 1 car getting down into turns 1 and 2. Jesse Love's going to be super committed to the outside, but I think Carson's going to have something for him right here. He's committed, doesn't get loose. Great battle down into turns 3 and 4.
It was almost like Quapple laid back just a little bit, timed it perfectly side by side for the lead off of turn 4.
And he got real sideways there on the inside of turn 3. We've talked about it all day. It's such a treacherous place to be. He had a great run out of 2, but it just didn't work down into 3. That's a signature.
That's a little friendly contact, though. Yeah.
And that is a signature of Justin Allgaier, who loves the side draft. So we got another one right here, Justin Bonsignor.
Number 9, yep. Bonsignor in the 19, making his 4th start of the year. 4-time modified champion.
Yeah, it's been a rough day for Justin. We saw him get loose in turn 3. And
I don't have it.
And Parker, I think that goes back to like what we were talking about earlier. These tires, you have a lot of grip until you don't. And it's not like you lose half the grip or 10%. You just lose all the grip, and you saw Justin have to chase that thing all the way around the corner and just never caught up to him. But is Carson going to defend that when they get down there? Because this could be the outcome of the race. Who can get to the lead first?
Carson. And Austin Green was holding him up. Daniel Dye into Carson Kvapil there.
Yeah, Dye tried to block, but it was too late. Shocking that it didn't wreck the whole field right there. Look at the one car, though. Get to his outside. Did exactly what we've seen Jesse Love do all day long.
As they go down the front stretch, he's going to look for a hole here, trying to make this work to complete the pass on the 1. This is the best friend to the 16 and the 39 who have gotten out front. Seeing the 2 fastest cars of this race stuck in traffic side by side.
Kvapil and Love have been so aggressive all day long, and here they are racing for position, and Sammy Smith is there in the 8.
And now Harrison Burton gets sideways, gets into the 1. The 88 of Connor Zilic flies by all of them to go up a couple spots in one corner. What a gift to Zilic.
But there's just been a lot of up and down. Like Zilic, you know, we talked about him being one of the best cars. Oh, Kyle Sieg's around.
10th caution of the day. Ryan Ellis with big damage as well.
Heavy.
Oh, tiring.
Kyle Sieg loses it on the inside there of Daniel Dye, and then you mentioned it, Jamie, it's just a chain reaction here.
Yeah, and Christian's going to have to protect that run a little high as they get down into 1 and 2. You see Jesse Love already kind of setting that up. What kind of momentum can he get through the middle of the corner? Good decision. Going to be 3 wide right there.
Oh, look at this run off 2.
Though.
Big time crossover.
Wow.
Love goes inside of Eckes, 2 car up to 2nd.
He's going to have to hold off the fastest car of the day, though. Throughout this day, Jesse Love has flown. Oh, Kvapil and Taylor Gray get together down the front stretch into 1.
Allgaier got by. Now Kvapil gets by Taylor Gray.
He keeps trying to work the top side. He's going to turn back down underneath him. He's going to be
There's that
really
diamond.
Good position right here as they get down into turn 3. He can get to his inside, pack some air on that left rear so he can get the 39 a little bit loose.
Ooh, sideways.
Gosh, that turn 1 angle is so awkward for whether you're on the bottom or the top. It's like you just can't tell where to go.
And Ryan does not want to give up here right now. You can see he's fighting as hard as he can on the outside. He crowded on the inside in the 3 the lap before. He's going to hold them off using the outside. Take a look at the bright blue car. Yeah.
Ugh.
That's a horrible feeling.
Those safer barriers make such a huge difference. You saw the wall deflect a little bit there.
Here we go one more time at Rockingham. And the 39 of Ryan Sieg with a good jump at the line.
It wasn't a great restart by Jesse Love. He didn't quite get going. Eckes tried to give him a bump. It hurt Eckes as well. Sammy Smith is going to slot into 3rd.
Yeah, what a restart by Ryan Sieg to be able to not have to race Jesse Love through turns 1 and 2 on the outside. That's been his strength.
To try and counter and put that dirty air on their noses. He gets a little higher now.
No, don't get too high. He's going to get to his inside, but we've seen this. Look how loose Love is on the inside. We've seen this the last caution.
And the question is, when did the caution come out?
Blicky and Casey Kane all come together in the outside wall.
Or Casey twice,
Yeah,
just kind of innocent bystander.
Got a little ugly here.
Trying to stay out of the way and gets caught up in another mess.
Jesse Love outside of Sammy Smith.
Jesse gets over.
Oh, the 16 sputtered. Oh, big
crash behind the race leaders. That's exactly what we talked about.
And we see it often at the end of these Xfinity Series races, the way these fuel cells are designed and the fuel pickups, where the car will be running fine until you give it that throttle, and then it will completely die if you've got an air pocket in that fuel.
4 laps to go. Jesse Love, the control car on the front row with Sammy Smith.
Sammy Smith with a great restart right here. Can Jesse Love, though, sail it off in to 1 and 2 and clear him? Oh, look, he does it. He ran out of fuel right there a little bit.
Jesse Love going in the wrong direction. Sammy Smith takes the race lead.
It's almost like it stumbled this
like
a little bit. What a day this could be for Sammy Smith, though, to not only win the race, but to win the $100,000.
But who's chasing down as we see Sam Mears out of fuel?
Josh Williams going by.
Oh, Zilic sideways into Jeff Burton.
He's going to catch it.
No caution yet.
Sammy Smith does not want to see a caution right here.
Yeah, we got a big wreck here down the back.
Oh, my goodness, big hit.
But the first 2 right now, Sammy Smith and Taylor Gray.
Let's go back and see what happened to Zilic.
So his Mayer running out. They're going to go 3 wide here with Jeb Burton, Connor Zilic, and Brendan Poole, and it just We talked
3
about
wide.
Yeah,
and
that corner funnels down like we said.
It's overtime at Rockingham, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Retzloff gave Taylor Gray a pretty big shot there. So did Jesse Love in the back, and Sammy Smith moves him up the track.
Oh, Jesse Love got in the back of Sammy Smith just a little bit.
Jesse
Got
Love
him
drives
pushed up.
through, takes the top spot. Sammy Smith is second, Harrison Burton up to third. Jesse Love down the back straightaway. He was not born the last time the Xfinity Series came and raced at Rockingham. He's been good all day long, played the patience game at the front at the end. Jesse Love, second win of the year, comes in our return to the Rock.